Daytona Saturday morning.
Donuts. Now we're going to resell them.
Get ready. Staff, owners, or advertisers. This radio show is intended for public entertainment and education to help inform the public about various issues. WQBQ 1410 AM does not confirm nor deny the validity or accuracy of the information contained within the broadcast.
Can't confirm or deny. Sounds like my old CIA movie.
Good afternoon, Central Florida. Welcome to Always On with my friend Ron. And hey, Ron.
Hey, James. Hey, good morning, good afternoon.
You're live on YouTube on WQBQ page as well.
How's my hair looking? Good?
Well, the picture I just saw, it's a little heavy, but that looks good.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, Central Florida. I'm Ron Collie. This is Always On with Ron. I have a very good guest today. The guest is from Sally Love's Realty. When I came here 5 years ago, I did my investigation. I played with real estate for a long time, and I investigate your company, and I watch the reviews, and I know you're breaking records all the time. So one of my goals in the last 3 weeks is get to know other real estate companies. Even though I'm a real estate broker, It's all about you today. I want to get to know everything about you. Puts up the mic is fine. So what my listeners are dreamers. They're dreaming about maybe their first house. They're dreaming maybe of their first career. They're dreaming and they have hopes. It doesn't matter if they're 25 or 95. I'm 71 years old. I believe that what you do is not the age, it's how you feel inside. And when I thought of Sally Love, you answered people's dreams every day. So
That
at this
retirement dream, absolutely.
in retirement, you deal with a lot of 65 and 70-year-olds, and they're one of the top people around. You want to test your mic up? Say hello.
Hello.
Okay. How you hearing? It is. Okay. So anyways,
Just talking to the microphone, I'm saying.
okay. So anyways, with this, Jeff, will you introduce yourself to my listeners? Explain a little bit about your role, what you do. I know everybody knows Sally Love, and I think they know you too, but some of the people might not. So why don't you get a couple minutes to tell me why you got in it, what's your role, and what you do?
Well, thanks a lot, Ron. It's great to be here with WQBQ, the voice of Lake County, and I think it's a great public service what you're doing to be available to answer people's questions, and I know you have a call-in capability as well, but I think that, and you've been a broker in multiple states yourself, education, not every state is the same. It's real important to know the local environment. I got into real estate about 9 years ago when I moved down here after a career in the national security apparatus. I was a Delta Force officer, a special agent of the FBI, CIA counterterrorism officer. I taught national security studies in the Middle East and in the United States, and came here to play softball, which is awesome in the villages. Great thing.
You know why I didn't play softball? I can't get up early on Tuesday. There's no way can I get up that early.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah.
It's early. Sometimes I'd show up late and they say, you have to sit out, you're late. But in any event, came here, had always kind of flipped my own houses in Massachusetts and elsewhere. And I decided, you know what, I've got to keep my brain active because the softball's great, but you got to have that mental exercise to stay sharp. So I went and got my real estate license, had a job offer from Properties of the Villages, actually speak some German and help them with a German customer they had that it was hilarious. It was good, worked out for them. But I decided to hang my license over on the MLS side and initially went over to Realty Executives. That's where I met Sally Love about 9 years ago. Of course, she's been the GOAT. She's well over 500 million in sales in the market there. She's just done a great job.
I want to meet her, right?
We'll set that up.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to be lunch.
I know. Yep.
I hear there's some great lunch places nearby here on the lake that we
Yes.
could go to.
Yep.
Yeah, she's just super. Works so hard. What a work ethic. I would get to know her. We eventually got married after a couple of years, and people said,
"Congratulations! I didn't know that. That didn't come up when I Googled you."
Yeah.
Wow.
And people said, "Well, are you going to change your last name to Love, or is she going to change her last name to Beatty?" And I said, no, she's going to keep her last name because people know her last name. But I'll tell you, Ron, the work ethic, unbelievable. She would be working 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning because that's when she could work uninterrupted for her customers.
Yep.
And it's really stood her in good stead because as you've heard, the trust, when that's people talk about, they talk about trust, that Sally Love Real Estate is we've always scored highest in trust. And so, how could you not fall in love with that? So we got married, and she turned to me and she said, okay, I think we're going to leave the brokerage we're at and start our own brokerage. She said, so you go ahead and set that up. So I said, okay, well, thanks a lot. So she continued to lead by example. We attracted some really great agents who had her same kind of work ethic, her same ethics.
Can you say that again? Because a lot of people think real estate's so easy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's not.
Say
It's
it.
not
I know,
easy.
I know.
I mean,
we get paid well, but it's not that easy.
yeah, because, well, you work for it. I mean,
yeah.
she was doing $50-60 million a year in volume in this market when I met her.
Yep.
It sounds kind of funny, but we've asked her to cut down to like 20 to 25 million. We're going to cut back to 20 million in volume. But that's because she's building the careers of the agents in our company.
Yep, the
She
dreamers.
is the dreamers. They have their dream just like the 55 and above people who come here in the villages, and then the regular population surrounding, like here in Leesburg. So she has been such a servant, a leader servant for her people, and I really admired that.
So we're blessed by being married to two hardworking women. Yeah.
We are,
Yeah.
I hear great things about your spouse.
Yeah, but I should have known. For some reason, I thought you might have been married, but I wasn't sure. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I've heard nothing but good things about you.
Well, thank
So,
you.
Yeah.
Well,
So go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
It's
interrupt.
okay. I really think that it's important to do right by the customer. When I was in Delta Force, I was in the first Black Hawk Down, going to the rescue of Americans in Grenada.
Yep.
And it was about people in the military. I saluted
1981.
close.
82. 83.
Yeah.
I was on my way over there.
Yeah.
Got her. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So in any event,
That's
that
not
was,
wrong.
well then, thank you, because anybody who's served, I mean, they're not serving for themselves. They're serving for their neighbors. They're serving for their country, but the country is the people, and so their selfless service is one of those values that has always been drilled into me by my dad. It's been exemplified by Sally, and our agents are that way too. They put the population, the citizens, the customers first. In
Yep.
fact, that's one of our mottos: the first to put you first, because we don't do transaction brokerage as standard, which is the standard in Florida. We do single agency, which is a fiduciary relationship.
Like we do in Michigan. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 33 states, and I printed out the list for you.
Michigan's one.
And Michigan is one right
Yeah,
there, where
yeah.
you're standard. You walk into a real estate office, and you're getting fiduciary
Yeah.
duties.
But the only thing Michigan has that you don't have is dual agency, which I'm totally
Right.
against, but they still have that.
Yeah. So here in Florida, though, Sally's the same way. How can we tell our customer that we're working and putting your interests first? Because as a transaction broker, you're not allowed to be loyal or advocate. You can offer a limited form of representation, but you can't take one side against the other. And a lot of folks here, they want an agent that works for them.
Yep.
And, hey, I want you to look out for my interests, So that's why we're happy to make and be the first major brokerage in our market, to be the first to put them first and be the first to make a fiduciary single agency
I always
standard.
say, solve their problems, don't solve. They come and try to solve their problems, don't tell them your problems.
And,
That's the way you work.
there was a great former Secretary of Commerce, I think it was, Ron Brown, way back in the
Good
Clinton.
name. Right.
Yeah, right. You gotta love that, right? Easy to remember.
Always on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bump. We'll be here all weekend, folks. Don't forget to tip your servers. But Ron's died in an aircraft accident, tragically. But one of his sayings was always, "You'll do well by doing good."
Yep.
So do good, the doing well will follow.
Yep.
And that's kind of our philosophy.
I always say,
over
don't
at our
chase the
company.
money either.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you chase the money, you're gonna be broke.
Yeah, and
Yep.
you're right. It's not easy. Real estate, Ron, as you know. And any of you listening out there, if you're willing to put in the work and you're of high integrity, then it's a great career
Yep.
because it'll pay you back. In our market, for example, Ron, the average person moves 3 times.
Yes.
And so, if you're a slash and burn realtor, you get that one deal, you don't care, you only want a low hanging fruit. Well, somebody else is going to get deals 2 and 3. Somebody
Those are
who
the
takes care
agents
of
that
it.
bounce all over companies, and they keep bouncing. Yeah, they try to come back. Yeah.
Yeah. And some people learn and
Yeah.
figure it out. And we're lucky, the people that kind of get that have gravitated over to Sally Love Real Estate. People like my cohort
Yes.
here, Danielle,
I
who's
got a
with us
couple of
today.
questions in a minute. Before
Yeah.
I got one big question.
Sure.
Why does Sally Love need you as a broker if she's a broker?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Okay.
So here's the deal. People ask that. Sally went and took the broker course, passed the broker course. But in my previous life, I used to advise people against risk,
Yeah.
how to reduce risk. And as we were talking right before we came on air, you talked about as the broker, how you're responsible for the actions of all the agents that work under you.
Amen to that.
Right.
Yep.
And so if an agent goes out there and does something in a pattern, immoral, unethical, or fattening, right? If they do bad stuff, the broker's license is at risk. Well, Sally Love is the GOAT. Sally needs to be protected. So I told her, take the course, take the knowledge, but you are never going to be the broker in this company. You need a disposable broker. And
Well,
that's
we just
me.
got to know Jeff a little bit. When we come back, we're going to have Danielle talk a little bit. Then we're going to dive into your listings, and then I'm going to go back to you. I have a couple more questions. So stay tuned. Don't switch that channel and come on back. It's a 3-minute break, and then we go. Oh, it's going on. I'm sorry. It's going on YouTube. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. So, yeah. So now I'm going to ask you to sing. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. Did you answer Sally's question enough, or do you want to go back?
I think if you come back, we might just put a bow on.
Okay.
Just explain.
So we're going to be talking to you about recruiting. Because recruiting is a great too.
Yeah, I mean, what it's going to do is that there this weekend, we have a jumpstart training coming up as well.
Will you tell me everyone where you're from too? Because I love your accent.
I'm from just outside of London, a place where,
Are you bummed out about the road soccer?
so we're not talking about
I am so bummed out.
We're not talking about
They gave the game away. England has to be really upset with me. I didn't watch soccer.
You're gonna break her into tears.
Yeah, I did, I shed a few tears last night.
It was unbelievable fast.
It was just,
Yeah, I was watching.
But I mean, I don't know why they put in an extra defender. I mean, they went all
well,
offense.
they went in defense mode, didn't they, with, 10 minutes
how-
to go. It's
that's how
like, let's
you
just
lose
keep
games.
defending, I guess, yeah.
That's how you lose games. Yeah, they do that a lot in Detroit with the Ravens. They have a lead and then they play keep away and then they lose. Yeah.
Just before the,
Yeah.
Many of us
just
have
before that, me and my husband were talking about where we're going to watch the final on Sunday, because, and then I went, actually, let's not get too into that too much, I mean, it's not done yet.
Well, I've been in London once and loved it.
X-rays, blood work,
Went down to the palace,
radiology,
tried to get in this one.
complete dental care, as well as state-of-the-art surgery
That little
center.
box.
Stop in to meet the green folks.
I didn't know. It's not like alcohol. so I
Veterinary
didn't
and
know.
hospital at
So I-
33025 professional drive.
So I had
Or
to-
call 352-901-6112.
I'm a nurse with cancer.
That's
You ever see
901-6112.
You ever see people get red face?
Hi,
red
this is Rick
Mhm.
with Vascular Vein Center. Here at Vascular Vein
That's
Centers,
easy.
we want you to be
That's the
educated
sign
about
of-
deep vein thrombosis.
Oh,
DVT is the medical term for blood.
That's good.
Unexplained pain.
My wife
like
likes it.
redness
She's
or
going to
something.
see
Well, you get
them.
two jobs.
Can potentially
She's got
become a
the
life-threatening condition. For
How many
eliminating
veterinary
symptoms
students are
and treatment, visit our
Well, we
website
just
at
had our fifth
veterantreatment.com, or speak to
Oh, yeah, I
someone
have
immediately.
time.
Call our graduate hotline anytime at 833-687.
I was on 40 one time.
6887.
Get a restart.
Legs and like.
Hit that reset button.
Oh, yeah, my first is great.
Ollie's Auto and Tire is a family-owned repair shop at the heart
Well
of
done,
Lady
Mr.
Lake.
Bell, you did it.
Derek, the owner, has more than 35 years of taking really good care of
He
you,
goes
the
real fast,
customer.
that's why you
Honesty,
back on.
integrity,
45
and
minutes
great
on.
customer
Really
service
like,
is
whatever
what
works for
makes
you.
Oh, no, I like-
Ollie's Auto and Tire the best
Anytime you have a
place to
listing you
go.
want,
If you're in need of
oh,
auto repair,
I'm gonna
of
start
any
telling those
kind, or if
dealers.
you need tires or a front-end alignment, then Ollie's Auto and Tire would like to earn your business. Check out their awesome Google reviews. Call for an appointment today at 352-561-4307. That's
I mean, what do you think? Ron? I
561-4307.
should have asked you this, but maybe we'll get to it. What do you think are the frequently asked questions
Are
that
you
people
tired
have?
of looking at
I'd like to
furniture
talk
that you
about
really
fiduciary
can't
at some
afford?
point when we
There
come
are
back.
some high-dollar
Like
furniture stores out
fiduciary,
there.
you
Well, I'm
know,
here to
about
tell you about
transaction
Gene's
broker or
Furniture and
whatever.
Mattress Center.
And what you
Gene's
get by
Furniture and Mattress
default
Center
when
is
you call
located
it,
at
is you're
1130
not
Bay
gonna be
Street.
told that you're in a
Houston.
transaction
Boy, oh
broker,
boy, have they got some
non-fiduciary
great deals.
relationship,
Like
because that's the
brand new
default.
Yeah.
And you're not
king-size
required
full-top
to attend.
mattress sets.
So you
Love
need to
seats,
ask.
Yeah,
sofa
informed.
sets with
Yeah,
recliners,
that's
and
one
even
of the things
stand
that
you
he's
up
always
recliners
selling
as well.
sellers of buying.
Dining room
Agency
tables
right
and
away.
chairs, sofa
And then they
tables
ask
with
the
multiple
question.
uses
And
such
then
as a
you
TV, Entertainment
Why am I
Center,
signing?
complete bedroom sets,
Yeah.
bunk beds,
Yeah.
dressers, and
So
the
we
list
do
goes
two
on.
ways. You want
Deals are done
transaction
daily at
you do
James
both,
Furniture and
but
Magic
you
Center.
have- you do
Delivery is
both,
available. Call David today at
What
You
it
could
was
set-
is we have
$483
attorney that we work with, we have single agency as our standard. But let's say we have a listing single agent, if somebody comes in, one of our agents with a buyer, we have an automatic transition to transaction broker.
Did you know a quick CT scan could
One
give
more?
you peace of mind or save your life? At
Yeah,
Clearview
that's
Imaging,
really
we're
great.
offering
A lot
a
of
free
people
heart.
understand.
The heart scan
They
is a
don't.
small part of what
You
we
know,
do.
I mean,
Clearview
people from
Imaging
these
also offers
states,
full body
they walk
scans that
in.
can detect
You know,
hundreds
I've
of
been
cancers
using my
before
body
symptoms
scan.
start. Early detection saves
My
lives
life is
and
okay.
prevention starts here. Don't wait until you feel
That's
something
smart.
wrong.
You're getting that
Clearview
quick
Imaging.
check.
Call to schedule your consultation and receive a free heart scan for you and your spouse. Don't wait for
I
symptoms.
tried
Call
to.
now. 352
Wow.
714 7226 352 714
I
scan.
apologize. When did you first get here?
5 years.
Okay, I was still wet behind the ear.
It's all right. It's all right.
Let's remedy.
Hey, welcome back. And for everyone looking to me on the camera, this is the first time for me being on the camera. So if I look heavy, if I look fat, like I asked my wife today, Jeff, and Danielle, I'm very bad at women's names, Kelly. That's my wife. I said, does these clothes make me look fat? She goes, no, your fat makes you look fat. So that's what she said. Okay, are you ready to tell everybody? We got the manager, and you're the manager, right?
I am the agent success team manager.
Oh, I love it. And she's has the recruiting, and you do a lot of stuff. So before we get back to Jeff, tell my listeners exactly what you do for Sally and what you think of Sally.
So what I do is I do a lot of support for our agents. I do a lot of recruiting. I do a lot of marketing. I wear many hats. But the main thing is that, you know, I help get onboarding with our newer agents, making sure that they're getting all the tools that they absolutely need. Make sure they're getting all the training that they need as well.
Training's a must, yes.
Training is an absolute must. You know,
Yes.
if you're not learning, you know, you're going to fall behind, and you know, that's not good.
I've been a real estate broker for a long time. When I came to Florida, I had to retrain me on everything because your contract's a little different. Yeah,
It is.
a lot different.
I mean, we have jumpstart training every quarter. Julie Gordon, she's one of our realtors, part of the first choice team.
Oh, good.
She's amazing. We have about 6 or 7 different weeks, and they're about 2-hour classes, and it goes through that critical path of everything you need to know, from, you know, open houses to working with buyers, sellers,
I love open houses.
right the way through to contracts, addendums, and contracts to close as well.
So you're there in case they need a helping hand.
I am on call whenever they need me.
And how many agents do you have over there?
46.
46. Wow.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of work.
Yeah.
You get a lot of calls.
They
there.
keep me busy.
You get a lot of calls, don't you?
Lots of calls, lots of emails, and hey, how do I do this?
So well, if someone right now dreaming about being a real estate agent, and they're, who knows, 25 or 95, but they want to become a real estate agent, would they contact you? How would they contact you so they can talk more about it?
Well, they can contact me at success@sallyrealestate.com. That's my email address.
What's
Or
your
they
phone
can-
number?
That is 352-399-2010.
And say it again, because we have people to write right now. Because we have
a little
people,
bit slower.
so many people are looking for jobs right now, and real estate's a good career to get into. So what's your phone number again?
It's 352-399-2010.
So if they call you, you set up an appointment?
Yeah.
Do you have like a hiring process? You go through screening, and what do you have to do?
What?
You have to have a test, you know?
Well, kind of. Me and Jeff maybe put them through their paces a little bit, make sure that they know the difference between, you know, the single agency and the transaction.
And they have to take a 40-hour class, or is it 60? I forgot what is it, which Florida,
It's
40?
45,
45 now?
and then a 60 post, I believe.
Now, you probably don't know this. If you're a disabled veteran in Michigan, and you come to Florida, you don't take a test. I did it just to pass. But because you're disabled veterans, they're starting to waive brokerage, because I've been doing it a long time.
Yeah,
You gotta be doing it a long time, you just don't become a broker, so yeah.
yeah,
And I own a company, so
very cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Can we just pause and ask you a question?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to talk about it, but thank you for your service. And how did you become a disabled veteran?
When I was in the service, I was supposed to be going to Puerto Rico. And because I could shoot a gun, I went to Alaska. And on the way back, I might have stopped somewhere and I got hurt.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. You know, some of the things I talk about the service. My stepson is listening. His name's Everett. He's here. He's in cybersecurity. After high school, he didn't want to go in student debt. So he went to the National Guard where he got his bachelor's degree. And then he went to cybersecurity. Now he's bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, and he's top security, and he's now going to be going warrant officer or an officer. So,
That's awesome.
so
Congratulations.
the service is good. I don't like to talk about war too much because sometimes you've seen and do things. But I tell you what, I salute the flag. I'm very proud to be American. So,
Yeah. Well, thank you for your
Yeah.
service.
well, the first time I heard that I was coming out of church. I was with Kelly. And this is like 10 years ago. And I just put the 101st, I was 101st Airborne, but I got switched over to Special Forces for assignment. And I put the 101st Airborne on it. And someone said, thank you for your service. I said, I'm here in church every week. What are you talking about? And I was shocked because when we got out,
Mhm.
they didn't like us. Yeah, it wasn't thank you for services. Don't wear your uniform. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you help the vets too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have some special programs we do for veterans. We will help a veteran if they want to list their house, for example. We'll give them a veteran discount of up to $1,000 off their closing costs.
Did you hear that? $1,000 vets. Okay.
And Sally's always donated to Vietnam veterans. You know, we buy breakfast tickets. When if somebody has a veteran calls and they knock on our door, we answer them.
Well, so you get back. So you're involved with the hiring process, but before they come to you, they have to go take a test, and you help them with that if they have questions, or do you get involved with that, or you just wait till they get their license?
People don't normally come knocking or ringing until they're
But you do have
licensed.
you have a company, or they can go to and get training. Do you recommend anybody for?
We have recommended a couple of people. We've recommended one of the RE/MAX offices that does a decent job of training. We've recommended an office up in Ocala that does a decent job of training. This great gentleman who runs his own school up there, and he's going to kill me because I can't remember his name
That's
right
okay.
now.
You can always call in and talk about
But
that.
he, we don't run our own basic training program for
Right.
agents, but we do, as soon as we can get somebody in, we put them into our 16-hour jumpstart class that Danielle talked about, 2 hours a week, and it is strictly the critical path stuff. No extraneous, how to decorate your open house
Right.
with seasonal flowers.
Yeah.
It's like, what are the frequently asked questions that people walking in the open house are going to ask, and we train them on?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Open houses do it, and it helps me too.
Mhm.
If you want to know the area, if I go like to Miami right now and I was doing open house, I want to know what the community is looking at.
Yeah.
So open houses do that. Another thing I like, when I did my training in Michigan, when I used to do it, I had them learn just the contract, because that's like a hammer and nail to a tradesperson. But you got to get them out to talk to people. You got to get them out, and you got to let them fall down a couple times, but you're there to help them, and that's your job, right?
Yeah.
You know how much you're important to the company you are, because there's agents that will quit because they won't write an offer. They will ask everything except, do you want to buy? I had one that wouldn't ask that question because she didn't want to write an offer. She was the best. Customer service was great. So now she's doing well, but she wouldn't ask.
Yeah, it's, I was used to a lot of rejection when I was a single guy, so I got used to rejection. So I had no trouble asking
why
people,
people
can I have your business?
You know why people reject, right? We didn't give enough education, we didn't
There
give
you
them
go.
benefits. If you ask someone to sign a buyer's contract, what is the benefits of a buyer's contract? If you ask someone to list with you, how do you list? What's your marketing plan? Once you connect to that person, and once you have an understanding what that person wants, you can solve their problem, then they will be your friend. But if you walk in with a contract and say, you got to sign this, because the MSL requires me to have a broker's agreement, don't worry about it, just sign it. They're not going to trust
Well,
you.
here's
Well,
one of
that's
the
what building relationships
Yeah,
come
yeah.
into play, right?
One at a time, yep.
trust is important and building relationships. But one of the things we also did was we appreciate the good work done by Florida Realtors and the contracts that they put out, but we also work with real estate attorneys. And we have taken the buyer broker agreement, for example, because people are hearing, oh, don't go to an MLS agent. You're going to have to pay the buyer agent, your agent. You're going to have to pay them 2-3% yourself. Don't go there. Well, here's the cool thing that we've broken the code on. We have a buyer broker agreement that has a box they can check off on. The
Yep.
buyer can check off and say, only show me properties where the seller is offering to pay buyer agent commission. And right now in our market with hundreds of homes, it's a buyer's market right now.
Right.
With hundreds of homes on the market, sellers are offering to pay buyer broker commission. So,
You know, I
If
fought for
you're-
that since 2007, to
uh-huh.
put that in the contract.
Well, we must have heard you. We were communicating subliminally,
I
whatever.
don't know.
But the good news is our contracts are not just the standard contracts. We think we take it to the next level. So that if a buyer's out there, don't let anybody tell you you have to guarantee you're going to pay your agent 2.5 or 3%. We will ask you to check that box off because we have to, as you know, Ron,
Yeah.
we have to act on written instructions from our buyer.
Yes, and that's a big thing. Just like presenting your offers.
Yes.
When I present an offer, I will go to the listing agent and say, I want to present my offer to the seller. You can't do it. Yes, I can. And I do it.
Yeah.
It's the whole way. The agents out there, the new agents wouldn't understand that. Back in the day, when I had hair, we used to present the offers to the seller, the listing agent there. It was so much fun. Like 8 buyer's agents out outside in the car, and each one went in separate. And the winner took the losers out to lunch. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it came creativity. You have to relate. You have to represent your buyer. And I love that. And like people said about the internet, I said that before. The internet hurt us a little bit, but it's helped us. Just like AI, we have to adjust to that too. So is there anything else? I know we got to talk about listings. Do you want to get into listings now, or when do you want to do listings?
Well, Danielle can tell you about. I asked her to just pull 3 of our listings to give people a sample. We list homes that are top of north of 2 million, in the 1 million to 2 million range. But the average sale price for selling real estate, we tend to attract, I think, the smart money. So our average sale price is $479,000, which is at least $20,000 higher than the major
Right.
brokerages in our market. So if you're a seller, we'd love to hear from you. But we've got 3 samples here, and I'm going to ask Danielle to go through them because
Really
she does a
important.
great job.
Because you're on today, and I told I'm Realty, I'm going to have real estate agents the last segment of my show call in and give their listing of I'm going to take 3 of them each week.
Mhm.
If you get to call in the first 3, you can talk about it. Make sure you tell your sellers that I'm going to try to get you on the queue.
We'll do it.
Okay.
And we'll show
Let's
these
go with-
sellers.
Yes. Let's go with the first one.
So the first one we have is Donna Pullman. It's her listing on Sapelo Court. It is, oh my gosh. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and that's listed for $585. It's just had a price improvement. The bond's paid. It backs up onto a championship golf course. It's got room for a pool.
Well, how close, you know what golf course that is? There's so many there.
I think it's Nancy. It's the second tee of Nancy Lopez.
Oh, they got a
Ashley
great
Meadows
lunch.
championship.
Excellent lunch.
They do. Sally ate there yesterday.
I eat
With
there a
one of
lot.
our agents, yeah.
You tell my stuff.
Did she meet you there?
No,
What's going on?
I might
Okay.
have talked to her before.
Okay.
And that one's again at what price?
That one is at $585.
And the bond's paid for. That's
It
great.
is.
Yep.
Then we're going up a little bit here with Nancy Britton's listing on Pinkney Lane. I can never say that
These
name.
these
It
words
sounds so British too. Pinkney, Pinkney.
Yeah,
Pinky.
I get these streets I have to find. I can't even spell them. But go on.
Yeah, this one is the listing is 1.849
Good.
million. This is a 3-bed, 3-bath. And this is in the village of Bridgeport in Lake Sumter.
Oh, I like this. Boy, that's a good one. Yep.
Yeah.
What else is there about this one? I didn't really
It has a
know.
pool, of course. Does it have a pool?
Yeah, it's a stunning, really a stunning enclosed pool.
Yes.
Mhm.
What's a backing?
Well, it's on Lake Sumter, so it's the
Oh, it's a
village,
oh,
village of
yes,
Bridgeport at Lake
yes.
Sumter.
Now okay, yep.
Great listing.
Yes,
It's like
it is.
1.849?
Yeah.
And they can call your office and set up appointments.
Yeah, they can call down to 352-399-2010.
Okay.
And
Say that number again.
it's 352-399-2010.
That's a good number.
Yeah, it's a good one. Thank
And
you.
there's a lot of all these listings as well will have open houses, and you can find those at loveopenhouses.com as well.
And you have a website too, right?
We sure do.
Which one's that?
That is sallyloverealestate.com.
Well, that's an easy one too. What's
Yeah.
your last one?
The last
Sorry,
one
First choice one. The
is,
first choice team.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
is our first choice team, which is Julian Claude. This one is listed for $325, and this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. This is the Cypress model, and it's got an enclosed Florida room, and bond paid again on this as well.
You know why I have a hard time with villages? I can't remember models. We never
Magnolia.
Yeah.
did models. We did 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2
Yeah.
bath. Without, And these models and these people know the models. This is a Jasper. Oh, good.
Yeah.
What happens to the
People
display
walk
wall
in,
or the
oh,
Pikachu's or whatever they are?
And walk in, oh, this is a gardenia, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, Sally can walk into pretty much any house, and she says, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you know, and give you the model number.
So, how many listings do you know which carrying, how many listings right now, would you say?
We're at about 70 right
And
now.
how's the market, would you say? I was gonna ask that question. Tell the listeners, because everybody wants to know how's the market, you know, with the war going on and all that, but the stock market and everything else is doing well, so.
Yeah, so I do a lot of the data. I used to do some predictive analytical work in
Okay.
government after I got out of more pugilistic stuff.
Yes.
And then even on my own, was able to do, my one I can talk about was we're able to predict in advance of the Atlanta Olympic bomb that there was going to be a successful attack. It was going to be after the 5th day. It was going to be at the Olympic Park. It was going to be a package bomb, and there was going to be 100 casualties, and it was going to stem from a domestic source. So it was a 9th day, Olympic Park, 111 casualties, package bomb, and a domestic source. And so I like data. And, you know, I look at the data in the market right now. A couple of months ago, it was all buyers. Now we're starting to move a little more towards a neutral market, but still favoring buyers.
We're in our last segment coming up. We're gonna get back to this segment with them. Again, this is Sally Love, and they're one of the tops in the area, so stay tuned. We got some announcements for Saturday, and we got some more good things to talk about. Come on back.
And you're listening to Always On with Ron.
That's my boy.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm fascinated with how many distances I'm 7 for that. I used to like carrying them up that much. If you get too many, it's harder. Unless you got one for your reasons. Yeah. You can have open house. I like open houses. I don't like working open houses. I don't like. Well, my best time is 5 to 6:30. Even in the village.
Yeah, in the villages.
Too different.
I mean, these guys are driving around their golf cart all the time.
These are like 5 because they're already in the silver box. They're like 5.
I've already had a couple
Well, the
of
village is
times.
different. They like it early loving, but I just, in Michigan, I do 5 to 6:30. Open house.
Did
Monday
you
to
know
Friday.
that DCO Flooring offers
There's no
financing
else.
and they've been right
Yeah,
here in
good.
Leesburg
You got
since
to.
1980?
Yeah, we have
Are you
a
thinking of
really
carpet
good
or ceramic
group of
tile,
agents
maybe hardwood
who
or
sit
laminate
these open
flooring,
houses,
or maybe some
and
vinyl
they're very
sheet goods
familiar
or
with the
luxury
house, even
vinyl.
if it's not
Have
the
you ever
listing
been to
agent, 'cause
DCO Flooring?
sometimes our
Well, let
listing
me tell
agents
you,
have more than
DCO
one.
Yeah.
Flooring
Yeah.
is located
Oh,
here
so
right in
we,
Highway
that's another
27
thing.
in
For
Leesburg.
new
It is a
agents to
family
come
owned
in,
business.
they go through the
DCO
jumpstart
Flooring
program,
offers
you know,
samples,
kind of
sales, and
solid
service.
stamp of
If you're a
approval,
do-it-yourselfer,
and then
check
they
out
go
the
sit in
deals
these
at
open
DCO
houses,
Flooring.
and
With
that's how they
multiple
build their
brands to
business.
choose from,
That's
you
what
let
builds your
them
business.
I love
professionals
it.
install your materials.
And
DCO Flooring
get
offers
back to
free
it.
measurements and free
Yeah, I
estimates
really,
and
I never, because
after-hour
for
appointments
years,
as
I
well.
got
So call DCO Flooring
and I
Monday
just
through
can't
Friday for an
It's how you
appointment for
connect
your
with
free
people.
measurement
That's why I do
at
lost. I got some people in Los Angeles.
352-365-7809.
I want to talk about the tax bill that's coming up.
That's
That we're gonna do. Are you with that?
365-7809.
The home
Not enough to be an
then
expert.
I'll talk about it. That's really important.
Yeah, it
If you're a
is.
resident before January 1st.
Yeah, we can talk about that. She sends out, you need to talk about all the social media posts. She's a source of information, because she's got one that actually talks to that. And says, and she does a countdown, like
Good,
how many
I
days.
Then I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Central spot. Because I'll be talking about next week a lot. I'm really, I don't get politics. I do get politics, but I don't like push.
I important people remember that it's not going to be people have to go to school. It's
Well,
not going to affect
the school won't touch,
Yeah, it's
but
not
the first year goes to 150, the second year goes to 250, and it goes up. You're gonna try to get rid of the whole county and city.
And then it could end up that if you do buy a home and you can't kind of sell it for 5 years unless you've established residence.
Yeah, that's before this year. That's a big
And
one.
people should get on the bandwagon and buy before January 1st.
Yes, that's a big thing. They don't have to buy, but they should buy.
They should
Yeah.
buy.
So it could be a rental, but I don't say that, just buy. It's kind of like push them, because that sometimes you need it. I see a lot of talking.
MBB is a self-servicer of
$60,000
From
in
time to
Portugal.
time, MBB Appliance even has some
I got
refurbished
I have a
appliances
question
at
about
a
you.
discounted
So
price
does
as
DR
well.
Horton,
Stop in
like
today or call 352-816-1544.
somebody who wants to resell their home
That's
after they buy from DR Horton,
816-1544.
can they put a for sale by owner sign up in the
MBB
window?
Appliance
If
leave
they're
you better
reselling the
than they
home,
found.
you know, they've lived there a year or
If
2
you are
years.
Horton's place, yeah, they're one.
And, or a Remax sign or a Cinderella sign.
They get,
Yeah, you won't let you do that
I am.
in the new CDD.
I know.
I don't want to talk about that.
No, I know.
Off
I
camera.
know, no, I know that. I know a lot of things about that stuff, and I don't, you know, Del Webb does it too, so Del Webb, I see Del Webb, but they went on with the sign.
No kidding. Okay, well, we won't.
Oh, it's
You can
possible.
talk about whatever you want, your show.
No,
But I think that's a
This is
positive
Martin
about the
Grammatica with
awards.
Clearview Imaging. Don't wait for symptoms.
You
At
can
Clearview
start
Imaging in
buying
the villages, we focus on early detection because finding issues early can save lives. For a limited time, schedule your free heart scan and take the first steps towards real peace of mind. When you come in for your consultation, if you decide to upgrade
Oh,
to
yeah,
a
yeah,
full body
yeah.
scan, we make
I
it
mean,
simple.
I
We
used to
accept
talk a lot to
HSA
you,
and
a guy
FSA
named
and
Burkhart.
also
Did you know him,
offer
Burkhart? He
flexible
was working over
financing.
here
So
on
nothing
301.
stands
No, the vice
between you
president got
and your
over
health.
me.
Don't wait. Take control today. Early detection is a game changer. Call
Everybody wants to sell it.
352-714-SCAN to schedule your
It's
free
in
heart
Michigan,
scan.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
It's my
idea.
retirement.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pay me 2.5 million, what probably it's me now, I'm thinking about it. Wow, I'm back, and this is our last segment. It goes fast now. I'm with Jeff from Sally Love, and it's beautiful, beautiful, because my wife's beautiful. Manager, I give you a compliment. We were just left off with you, and we were talking about a couple things that you can educate, like the homestead exempt they're trying to do at the November 3rd. Is there a website, or what do you recommend?
You know,
You do social media, I know that.
I do a lot of social media. And, you know, one of the things we are doing is get a countdown right now. That, you know, if you're thinking about buying in Florida, you may want to do that before the first of next year so that you can establish residency and establish and get homestead.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
it
big
could
thing.
end up that you may not be able to get homestead for 5 years.
Yeah, they're doing that so a lot of people don't crash the whole state. And I tell you what, you always tell me I'm a very patriotic person. We're the best country in the world. I come from Michigan. We have the best state. No sales tax. There's no.
Oh, you mean, man, I thought you were gonna say Michigan. I'm gonna say, no, you're
no,
here now in
no,
Florida.
no, I'm talking Florida.
Yeah,
I couldn't
you have
believe,
some good football teams, but
I couldn't believe I left Michigan, but when I came down here, I should have left a long time ago.
that's
So
what I
I
said
think
about
they-
Massachusetts.
I think people are gonna, if we get rid of the county and state tax, except 150 the first year and 250 the
And I
second.
think it has to pass by at least 60%.
60%. That's
Yeah.
why every week on my show, I'll be talking about it to November 3rd.
Mhm.
Because people have to understand. I heard one person say, well, doesn't the government need money? Well, the government can need money. Budget, it's called a budget. Yeah. But we don't
You
go
know,
there.
if
Let's
you-
go.
If you're gonna do that though, you gotta remember that you could have a 30 to 45 day closing, so that gap's getting
right,
tighter and
Yeah,
tighter.
yeah, it's true. And but if you can reduce $1,000 off and the interest rates drop, you buy a bigger house. Yeah.
You can.
So what's the next thing? We talked about you, we talked a little bit about you, we talked about you have 46 or 48 agents,
Mhm.
and we talked
Well,
about
by the time we get off the air, we probably have 52, thanks
Yeah.
to you.
we talked about Sally a little bit, and I get to have lunch with her.
Yeah.
What else would you want to say that I know it's fast and we like to get everything in. What do you want to, if you had to tell one person out there about Sally Love Realty and your team, what would you say?
Well, first of all, I would say we put you first. And I think education, and I know you're devoted to educating the public about real estate. That's why you do this show. But I mean, people need to understand that in Florida, just as a kind of a recap, you walk into a Florida real estate agency of any kind, you are not automatically getting a fiduciary relationship. There's commercials out there on Financial Guys where the woman jumps out of the car, you know, and she's like, I'm going in here because they're fiduciaries.
Yes.
You get what's called a transaction broker. Now, it's a limited form of representation, limited confidentiality, not allowed to offer you loyalty. But we really think that you need to educate yourself about it. If you have any questions about it, you can call us over at Sally Love Real Estate. Happy to answer in a very neutral way, 352-399-2010. I love informing. I used to teach, right? So I love sharing
That's one of the
information.
positive things I heard about you. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I like to teach, I like to share information, but I think for your listeners to understand, ask the question, are you working for me as a single agent? Are you going to be fiduciary for me, advocating for me, or are you going to be a transaction broker where your efforts are to make sure that everybody in the transaction is treated equally, is treated honestly, but you're not actually advocating for one side or the other. So I think that's a big point, and particularly people that come from this list of 33 states like you do from Michigan.
I passed the test.
Yeah, you know, right?
I know.
But people coming here just need to be informed, ask questions. We're always there for you as a resource. I think that's the one thing we want to do. We have a couple of special offers like we talked about for veterans where we help a veteran sell a house. We'll be happy to help that veteran with up to $1,000 coverage on his closing costs. They just need to reach out to us through the success team, through Danielle at Sally Love Real Estate. And the other program we have is a thing called Peace of Mind Plan. 55 and above is the villages. The whole world is outside the villages, but in the villages, we have a high level of trust in our company from people who have been here 5 years or more. They really have heard, seen,
Right.
and they know they can trust what goes on in Sally Love Real Estate. Sometimes things happen unexpectedly, and now they have an heir that has to decide what to do with their property. So we developed a peace of mind plan, just like we talk about it, but
We're all gonna go.
we're all going to go,
Yep.
and people make plans about funeral arrangements and all. Consider getting our peace of mind plan. If you understand and you know that Sally Love is going to get top dollar for you, and again, we do, call us. Ask Danielle about enrolling you in the peace of mind plan. It is a $1,000 rebate of costs at closing, the peace of mind plan, so that you know the market, you know who you would want to list your house with. If you didn't get hit by a car, you would probably be listing when the time came with Sally. So give us a call. We'll be happy to explain any real
And one of the
estate
things too,
information.
I know you do this, but some people don't know, when you list a house, you come with a market analysis,
Oh, yes.
a net sheet, right?
Yes, we have great
Yes.
net sheet. We can run multiple scenarios for you. You can tell us, I need to get $418,000 out of this house. We can plug that and back into,
Yes.
well, what do we need to list this for?
Yep.
We can do multiple offers for you. If I sell the house for this, what is my net going to be? So we've got great technology, great AI, and it's free. Just ask us, and we're happy to provide you with information.
And
about
one of
this
the
market.
things you have that I haven't mentioned, you have a transaction coordinator. I gotta give a shout out to her.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's her name?
Brenda.
Brenda, hi. When I walked in and I wanted to meet you, just left, but she made a comment how someone came in and talked about buyer's agency. She was so adamant about it, and she sat me down, and she's a very nice lady.
She's a
So
nice
you
lady.
get more than just, here's your real estate license, here's your thing, go out and sell. You got a team that will help.
You have a whole team.
And then if
there
you
to
have a
support.
question, then you have two brokers that have experience, and of course, Sally too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many
Sally's
brokers, how many
always
agents
available.
do you have associate brokers there? How many are?
Broker associates, we have about 10 broker
That's
associates.
good.
That's a good number.
Yes.
And availability, reaching out. Sally always answers an agent's call. They can call her. I may be the broker because we want to protect her,
Right, right.
But they'll call her because she's got the 20 years of experience of being the
Yeah.
number one agent
Yeah.
over those 20 years. And always available. We're always available. Danielle's always available. It's about supporting these agents so they don't feel that they're on this journey.
And if you want to fact check this, you can go to Google, because I did, and put Sally Love and see what comes up. It's amazing.
She's great.
Yeah. And so are you recruiting now? Would you like to recruit, or what's your goals?
Well, Danielle just put the polishing touches on a really nice recruiting deck for folks, and I'll be happy to flip it over to her
Okay.
to tell you about what's in the deck. But we'd like to pick up about 10 new agents over the next 6 months. And, we don't want 50. I mean, we live with it, but we don't want 50 because this training that we want it to be focused down to where you have a great student-teacher relationship. And so we're
You
looking
hire
for
too
10.
fast, a couple
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. You have too many people there, and not everybody's getting
It's
the
all about the
attention and the
recruiting
support
deck.
that they need.
You seem like you have compassion too.
I do.
You got to have compassion
Yeah.
to train.
That's one of the big things
I
about
can
me.
see
I love
that.
people.
And she loves dachshund.
Oh,
You talk about compassion. So true. That's kind of people that gravitate towards Sally. Her, she is a softie. Can she tell them about the lowrider rescue for 15 seconds?
yeah.
What she does, she
Yeah.
saves dogs.
So I volunteer on foster for a rescue called Lowrider Dachshund Rescue. A lot of villagers actually do know it. They follow us as well. I think I've fostered maybe 35, 40 dogs at this point. I had about 13 in my house at one point. And my
Do you have a
latest,
website for that?
yeah,
What
you
is
can go to lowriderrescue.org.
Lowriderrescue.org.
Yeah, and you'll find our adoptable
And your
dogs
phone
there.
number on that is the same.
There's no phone number for that
Okay.
because we are all volunteers, so there's
Okay.
not somebody there that's always able to answer the phone, but you can email and find us on Facebook as well.
One of the
We do
people that
answer.
work here, we work here is, oh, I
Yay!
see it. One of the people I work here, he has birds and he rescues birds, Pete. And one of the birds loves James a lot. He loves James, and these birds are unbelievable. He rescue birds. So. Yeah, I have a cat because we're too
I
busy.
have two cats too.
And name's Mo. And first of all, hi Kelly, how you doing? She's listening. I always say hi because I'm very blessed to have her. But anyways, I have Mo and I didn't want a cat. Now I love the cat. But she wants 2 cats. I don't want one cat. So yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
compassion, she's
Oh,
very,
this is, real estate is more, see, a real estate broker is, sure, he's supposed to market and sell your house, but he's supposed to educate you what's going on. He has to protect property rights. That was our big thing. We have to market the house. We're not lawyers. We're not builders. What we do, we market, educate, market. And then we have someone on the right called lawyer. I believe in real estate lawyers. People say, you want a real? Yes, I want a real estate lawyer. I want a real estate lawyer that knows the law. I know the law, but I know real estate. I know how to market. I know how to connect. I know how to listen. I go by a thing called homes. The first thing's heart, observe. I have memory from me because I'm getting older. Them used to be different. And then at the end, it could be emotion because a lot of people have emotion. Buying a house, and you have to sit there. And some people, it's because of a death, a divorce. It could be their first house they've been trying for 14 years and they got approved. And you were the one. People don't understand. A true realtor, a true broker, this is what we work for. It's not the dollar. Sure, everyone's going to get paid a lot. Let me tell you something. There's some calls I get. I just got one. I had a closing. Lady wanted to close fast. Guy's giving her cash. She wanted to make sure he's real. She wanted me to go to the bank and see if he's real. We closed on it, and she almost didn't close because she has a proof of funds from the bank. Because someone said he's not real. And I had to talk to her at 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning. He's real. People don't know you get these calls. Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. So here's what you get by observe. Here's what I get. I'm going to do development. Here's what I get at selling. You get compassion. You get education. And you have someone that's been successful the last 5 years. That's since 2006. And she's married a great guy. And she has a good team. Now, the sell is very important.
You have a call.
Oh, I have a caller. Oh, hello, caller.
That's what that.
Oh, I thought you were waving to me. Hello, caller. It's Ron. Go ahead, caller.
Help you.
Hey, this is a very important person. She came to our open house yesterday, and I asked her to call me and talk about D.R. Horton Homes.
Yeah.
Would you tell me your name, please, and what do you want to talk about?
Hey, my name's Gina. I enjoyed the open house. It was so lovely. I got to meet Isabella. I got to meet Ron, and I got to meet Angel.
And Angel is the area manager of construction. And if you want to know, they're going to do a big development in Leesburg, Fruitland Park, and they're expanding in this area. Yeah.
It's a great
So
product.
I got to tour all 3 homes. The first home I walked in, which they were basically set up at, I'm telling you, it was a dream home for me. I loved it. It was, as soon as you walked in, it's like the open light hit you with the way the windows were. It was just so bright in that one area, and there's furniture in there, kind of showing you how they have everything staged, which made it nice too.
So we're gonna be doing those open houses again. I had Mystic Ice Cream there. Very important. Ice cream sells in the villages and all that. But one of the things I think I gotta get going soon. But one of the things I want to say about you were impressed with the incentives, right? 4.99 and say up to 16,000 in closing costs. What did you think about that?
Definitely. Oh my God, the 4.99, definitely. You can't beat that for sure. You really cannot.
Did you buy?
She has her husband coming back.
There you go.
And this house goes for the house she's looking at is 312. It's an incentive on it. Now they have one 3.2 for 298. So yeah, it's pretty nice.
D.R. Horton is a great product. People need to understand that, if you're looking for new construction in this area, there are options outside of the villages that have some great incentives and some great deals, and you can still access all the amenities at the villages.
Well, Gina, I got to make this quick. I got to go because I got to make my announcements for Saturday. Remember, I'm giving out donuts at this place that James is going to talk about, and I want Betty there, okay?
Okay, yeah, I was just going to ask. Betty's sitting here with me. We need to know what time we're going to be able to go.
We're gonna talk about
We're going to
that
talk
right
about it
now.
right now because here's the bell. Okay, I started doing the bell because I got to control myself. Again, thanks for being my guest. So we do something really important. And one of the things I believe, this radio station is far better than you ever think. I'm not saying it because James, I'm not saying because Patty is there. It's because of the fact of what they give to the community. I advertised on the radio shows up in Michigan for a long time, and I was paying $14,000 a month to advertise. What James does, he does not charge much to advertise. It's unbelievable. He's probably going to raise mine now. But he wants to help, and he wants to help people. And because of that, I got a chance to help him. When we did a fundraiser, we're gonna replace the roof. And James, tell me about the fundraiser.
Well, which one? The one that we're doing Saturday?
Right, that's the
Okay,
one.
So in the beginning, Ron went out there and put on and did a GoFundMe, and he was able to bring in $925. It was a little more than that, but GoFundMe takes a piece of the pie, and I'm grateful that he did that. But we come up with the idea to do Krispy Kreme donuts. We don't have a Krispy Kreme in the area. And so I stopped at the one in Daytona on my way home, and I said, hey, do you guys still do fundraisers? They said yes. So Saturday morning, I am picking up 300 dozen fresh glazed donuts.
Yummy.
300 dozen.
300 dozen. We sold 241 dozen. I went ahead and got 300, so we're going to have about 60, 70 extra dozen. And I'm going to be at Ichiban Buffet from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. And then from 9 till 10, 9 till 11, Ron and Uncle Russ are
Uncle
going
Russ
to be
is one of our sponsors for DCO Flooring.
DCO Flooring. They're going to be at the front door at Pat Sales, and the donuts that they bought, they're going to sell them. They bought them,
Right.
and they're going to donate them back and sell them again at a little bit discounted price. And
His lucky number is 14, but I might do 10, but I'm doing 14 for
they're
one
normally $16.25.
and 2 for 20 if you get two. So if you have company, if you have a fundraiser, if you have someone at church, stop by Pat Sales. Pat Sales is another one of his sponsors. He has the best sponsors. He has the best people. Uncle Russ will be there. Of course, I will be there. And I can't wait for all you guys to
And I
come.
might be there before you're all done.
And we're going to be live on the air, and you
And
can
live
come
on the
talk. And
radio.
you come talk about yourself if you can. Okay. Again, God has blessed me to be here.
Cell phone.
734 my phone is this phone 734-352-782-0829 or 734-341-4099. Real fast. God bless
See
me.
ya.
God bless you. Bye bye.
WQBQ 1410 AM and 95.1 FM.
I forgot my number.
370. The voice.
Well, thank you so much.
That's all right. It's
You
all
were so good at this. That
Huh?
was good. You were so good at this.
Well, we're gonna do. You gotta talk to broker. I want to get an understanding. I would, you know, like the VLS agents and the MLS agents, they respect, just respect.